Ooh, so remember I told you, right, that the people that made themselves enemies to you, right? And I'll be saying that from now on because I don't like saying your enemies because you didn't make them your enemies, right? They thought that they can come into your life and control your life, right? Tell you all of these sweet things in your ear, but then work deceit behind your back and causing things to be interrupted in your life, right? And in the same breath, try to comfort you, right? But all the while, they were celebrating when they weren't around you. I mean, they were celebrating. You would have thought it was a graduation party, okay? Every time they left you home sick from stuff that they caused, right? Refused to stay with you, wanted to go out to the bars and the clubs with their friends, and they should have been there by your side, sneaking off to Tom, Dick, and Harry's house, Susie Q, Sharon, and Karen. Now they can't understand why the evils that have fallen upon them, they can't understand it, which is beyond me, okay? They try to do the worst to you, even try to kill you, but they're surprised when karma comes back on them. As I told you, you're not the average human being. You're not by far. You are an angel here on earth, quite literally. 222 on my timer. Just like the angels that watch over you, you are an angel in the flesh. Just like God came in the flesh, not comparing ourselves to God, no, but he came from the spiritual to the physical. And it's the same way he sent you here, you and me here. People don't understand us because they don't know who we are. Some of us didn't even know who we were. So let me read this. Before I go. All right, I'm gonna jump from Proverbs 10 over to Proverbs 10:10. I'm gonna jump over to Proverbs 11 and 17 through 19. Proverbs 10:10. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. That's what I was just saying. 333 on my timer. They wink at you with their eyes, right? Claim they love you. Claim they'll always be here for you. You know. Claim that you know that they're your best friends, and beloved, just lie to you to your face. I'm saying a person that can do that without a conscience has no soul. They have no soul, okay? To be able to celebrate behind your back when you're going through some of the worst pains of your whole life, not necessarily physically, but well, maybe physically and spiritually, because you know more, way more than you let off. That's what was hurting you, right? So bad. Because no matter what they were telling you, you knew otherwise. You knew otherwise. So it hurt you because, you know, you counted on these people to tell you the truth, to be honest with you. And you gave them, hey, And you gave them so many chances to be honest with you, right? You gave them escapes, ways of escape you gave them. All they had to do was be honest with you, and some things could have been fixed, right? But they wanted to go on with their plans, right? Trying to be a puppet master to your life while others are controlling theirs. But you're not to be controlled. You're not to be controlled. They're mad because they cannot control you, right? They can't tell you don't go here, don't talk to this person, don't do all, And who are they in the first place to try to think that they have any type of governing government over your life? Narcissistic people are very, 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 very blind. Okay, they think that you cannot live without them, that you cannot go on without them, which is beyond me, because what did they think you were doing before you met them? Do they think that they're the only narcissist that you've run into? Do they think that you are the only fake person that's come into their lives? I don't get these people. They think that they're so grand that you need them to continue on. You do not. They're not your God. Your God is being proven in your life, right in front of their eyes. Okay? Hopping over to Proverbs 11:17-19. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. Okay? Their cruelty that they have caused against you has returned upon them in full force, 7, 10 times, some 100 times worse than they made you feel. When you were crying, the tears they made you cry, right? But then they were telling you with their mouth, oh, I don't like to see you cry. But there was no emotion on their face. When you care about somebody and they're crying, that would usually cause you to cry too. Yeah. It shows that it's a connection there, right? There's a pain that is felt. Empathy. And they never did that. You noticed this. They might have said they didn't like to see you cry, but they're the ones who made you cry. Over and over and over, right? The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. No matter what they do or have done or will do that is evil to try to come against you, it will never, ever, ever work. Ever. It will always return upon them. See, they think that just because in past times when they've done this to other people, this is why they're so confused that it doesn't work on you. When they've done this to other people, they've ruined people's lives, right? Ruined people's marriages, broken up people's families, okay? Even caused death to some people. And they're able to just go on to the next person and continue and repeat the same process, right? Without even thinking about the people that they've hurt, the lives that they've ruined, the hearts, the trail of hearts that they've broken until they met you. Until they met you. God was watching them the whole time. God was speaking to them the whole time. But you were the last you were the last chance effort. God said, let me send them a blessing. Right? Let me send them a blessing. Okay? And what did they do with it? What did they do with us? Try to destroy us secretly, physically, right? A lot of them were abusive physically, verbally, sexually abusive, doing witchcraft and all this wickedness behind closed doors, serving the devil. Right? Now when it comes to you, you have authority over the devil. You have all dominion on this earth. You have authority over Satan. If you have authority over Satan, then you damn well have authority over them, because Satan is their father. They don't know this. So I tell you, the devil will trick you. The devil will never tell you the truth, ever. Not one word that comes out of the devil's mouth will ever be of the truth. Never. He'll make you delusional. He'll wrap you right around his little finger. Tell you all the lies that he knows you want to hear. Right? Because narcissists lie to themselves. They lie to themselves. And he knows this. Right? So he uses them to try to get what he wants, knowing that it's not going to work. See, Satan knows when these people come to him for power and things, Satan, of course, he can only see, a little bit, right? But he knows that this person's not going to be able to come against the child of God. This person's not going to be able to defeat the child of God. But Satan is the enemy of humanity's soul. So he's going to take that up so he can destroy them. He's going to get something out of the deal, right? He's going to destroy them. So while he's destroying them, God is also destroying them for touching you. Right? All of this, the spell casting, the itchy skin you had, couldn't figure out what it was. Going to the doctor, telling them, something's wrong, but they're saying nothing's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my timer. They're not seeing nothing wrong, but something is wrong with you. Yeah, it was spell work. And they knew this. They knew it. They knew it. They celebrated it. Beloved, when I say they celebrated it, you have no idea. They celebrated it. They celebrated kicking you when you were down. Okay? They celebrated it. A lot of them would say that they were going to work, right? They would leave in their work clothes, and then they would go to wherever they were going to, which was not work. Spent the whole day hopping from bed to bed to bed, laying down with any and everybody, unprotected, might I add, unprotected, just loose and as free as they want to be. And then they change back into their work clothes, and then they come back at a specific time. Beloved, the deception is real. It's real. Right? As I said, God waits to your a certain point of through your healing before he starts revealing more stuff to you, because he's going to reveal everything to you, everything that they've done, everything they thought that they were hiding, that they thought nobody could see. The Lord saw. Okay? This is why he allows you to see it at specific times throughout your healing, so that it doesn't hurt you furthermore, right? You've already healed from it, okay? Last one. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They're the reason all of this wickedness is happening in their lives. But they're looking at you, furious and angry at you. for their doings, for things that they've done. See how they cannot take accountability? Not at all. And this will not let up off them. It won't. Some of them might think that, oh, I'll just go through this for a week, a couple weeks, maybe a month. No. You spend way more time ruining other people's lives. Like, don't think this karma is gonna let up on you. Remember, I told you that their cup is filling up with the blood and the carnage and the hell that they've caused in their wake. That cup is full. They're drinking the destruction and the wrath and the unrighteousness that they have sown. They are drinking it. And they will continue to drink it. I told you that some of these people were going to lose their lives. Not just their livelihood, but their actual lives. Death. 6 feet under. Dead. I'm just being honest, telling the truth. I'm a truth teller. Because they just will never get it. They'll never surrender. Some of these people have made pledges, right, and decrees that they will stop at nothing trying to destroy people. God says no more. No more. You were the last lap. Okay? And they didn't even get halfway around the track. You tried to help them. You tried. You were there to help them. That's what you were sent to them for. You were the blessing. But they thought that they can take the blessing from you and go run off with it. But you are the blessing. You, your physical being, you, everything you are the blessing. They can't take the blessing from you. You are the blessing. That's why the Lord keeps adding to you every single day. You keep growing and growing and growing in power and strength. Okay, in fortitude. And you will continue to grow. I just told you, I just recorded a video before this that a lot of them are being struck with blindness. It's not just a spiritual blindness. I mean, for some it is. But for those that are going to come to surrender, and let me say, it is a small few. When I say a small few, it is a small few that are actually going to wake up and be like, okay, I'm serving the wrong master here. But the rest of them, death and burning in the lake of fire is going to be the only thing that teaches them. When really it's not going to teach them, because they're already going to be there. And there will be no way out. See, when we talk about hell, people I don't know if they don't believe it or if they're just like, oh, that's all right, I'll just deal with it. You have no idea what you're agreeing to. First of all, hell wasn't created for any human soul to be in. That's not what hell was created for. Hell was created for the fallen angels that were disobedient to the Most High God. But you have some devilish, evil people with black, cold hearts. That hell is the only place that is going to hold them. That is going to welcome them with open arms. Hell's not what people think it is. It's not how people think it is. It's much worse. Oh, it's much worse. See, just burning up in fire, that's too simple. That's too simple. There are levels to hell. You better believe it. There are levels to hell. And depending on the evil that you wrought here on the earth, determines the level of hell that you go to and that you will experience for the rest of eternity. Do you know how long that is? Do you know how long that is? See, God could have just simply used the word forever, but it's longer than forever. Eternity. Eternity. That means while you're down there sorry, or claiming you're sorry, while you're down there crying out to God, there's no chance in hell. I like that, huh? There's no chance in hell that you will ever escape that place. Never. Never. Why? Because you had every chance while you were here in the flesh still. On earth, you had every chance in your free will to make better decisions. But you decided arrogantly, you decided not to. Foolishly and pridefully, you decided to wrought evil with your hands, thinking that you would never have to come to account for it. Even when people told you, even when the Lord himself told you. You know what the word of God says? God is not mocked. He's not a son of man that he should repent. And none of his words return to him void. He means everything that he says. Everything to the period, to the last dot. The Bible says heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Never. That's why I'm a man of my word. Okay? That's why I'm a man of my word. Have I always been? No. No. I allowed life to if you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, it was like that at one point in time when I was receiving so much hell done to me that I was just like, hey, screw it. But then the Lord was like, nah, that's not how you do it. That's not. It's not how you withstand. It's not how you endure. The task is to not let life change you, okay, into somebody you're not. But those that do, that's who they are. That's who they were from the beginning. They like to blame their childhood a lot, right? A lot of us have had horrible childhoods. But that doesn't negate the fact that what you decide to do, the evils, right, that you know that are wrong, that you take so much joy in, makes you so giddy inside, that doesn't give you justification to treat people like garbage, to treat people like you feel inside about yourself. So, yeah, they're experiencing all type of hell while still watching you. And they can't figure out one of the keys to getting out from under that hell is to coming back and making things right with you. The child of God that they put their hands on. See, it's going to work against them because their pride and their arrogance won't allow them to do that. It won't allow them to come and try to make things right. It won't allow them to see the wrongdoing in their ways. Though they know it, it's kind of tricky. Though they know it, it won't allow them. Now, you see the trap that's there, that they're in now. Even if they want to come and make things right, come and apologize. They can't because of the evil that's taken over them. Because of them ignoring the Lord's voice and him having to harden their hearts. You love evil, you're going to get evil. Oh, you're going to get evil. If you love it so much, you're going to get it. And that's what's happening right now, beloved. They don't know what to do. And they can't take the smallest, the things that they've done to you, they can't take the smallest amount of that. But right now they're going to drink, and they are drinking the cup of God's wrath. Judgment, I'll say. Judgment, because God's wrath is something whole different. Just, okay? They're getting everything that they've done to people back on them. But more importantly, to you. All the spell work they've done, right? The intentions they had behind it, it's all coming back to them. Every last bit. So right now they're thinking about all the evil things they thought towards you, what they wanted to happen to you, because they know it's about to happen to them. Yeah. Most of them, the Lord's going to allow them to live to see you be blessed, right? So they can be ashamed in front of everybody, okay? Oh, and I just heard somebody in the spirit say, what about the people that helped them? What about the people that they cheated on you with and did all this? They're receiving it. You know what? They're receiving it even worse than they are. Because they knew better and they knew what they were doing. They're receiving it even worse than they are. Their family members that knew, right, what they were doing, that talked about you behind your back, that said evil things about you, right? Everybody that had a hand in coming against you, even an evil thought, if anybody thought something evil about you in a fleeting second, they're going to receive it. God does not play about you. That's why we're careful on how we treat people. That's why you need to be careful how you treat people, because you don't know who a person really is. You don't know whose a person really is, who a person belongs to. You think that person's by themselves because their families ostracize them and they don't have any friends or anything like that? You better believe that the ones like that have a God that is in heaven that takes them up. The Bible says, when my mother and my father forsake me, the Lord will take me up. The ones that are alone in life, the ones that are looked at funny, called weird, right? Called ridiculed, the ones people think that they can control because they don't have anyone or anything to fall back on. This is the foolishness of man, okay? This is why God looks at the heart and not the outer appearance of a man or woman. God looks on the heart, not your outer physical appearance. Because you can fool people with this all day. But what's in your heart, there's no fooling that. There's no fooling that. If you have an evil heart, there's no fooling an evil heart. If you have the heart of God in you, there's no fooling that. Okay? People hate you for the love you have, right? The fact that you don't respond to them the way that they would have you to respond to them, right? Why? Because you're wise. You have wisdom. You have wisdom on a level that they could never even comprehend. If they could, then they would know to stop trying to come after you. They would know that that's why before they run to do the next evil, you're already there, standing up against them, stopping them in their tracks. And they're just, why, how does this person know? We've told you, but you refuse to hear it. You refuse to believe it. You lie to yourself. and that causes your destruction. But let me get out of here, y'all. I gotta go somewhere. I'll talk forever. All right. So that's what's going on right now. But yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah. All right. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. I'll be back. I gotta go take care of some stuff. I shall return momentarily. Y'all be cool. Cooler than a ceiling fan. I'll be back. Alright. Peace.